Good morning, children. Welcome to the last session of Integers chapter. In the previous class, we learned division of integers. Let us recollect division rules once again. Negative divided by a positive number is equal to negative. Positive divided by a negative is equal to negative. Negative divided by negative is equal to positive. Today's class, we can start with a small test. I hope all of you are familiar with addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of integers. In this test, all the four operations are included. Some questions are having some brackets also. First you solve the bracket, then do the remaining calculation. One more specialty is there for this test. For every correct answer, you will get positive 5 marks and every incorrect answer, you will lose 2 marks. Means you will get negative 2 marks. Therefore, very carefully write the answers. All of you ready? By the end of this session, I will give the answers for checking. And you can find the total score of your test. Now, let us discuss example 6 in page number 24. In a test, positive 5 marks are given for every correct answer and negative 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. Radhika answered all the questions and scored 30 marks, though she got 10 correct answers. Jay also answered all the questions and scored negative 12 marks, though he got 4 correct answers. How many incorrect answers had they attempted? Here we have to find out the number of incorrect answers they had attempted. For that, both of their total scores are given and number of correct answers they had attempted also given. First question we can find out. Marks given for one correct answer is equal to 5. So, marks given for 10 correct answers because Radhika answered 10 correct answers. Therefore, for the correct answer itself, she gets 5 into 10, 50 marks. Radhika's total score only 30 marks. Therefore, marks obtained for incorrect answers is equal to total score minus marks for correct answers. Isn't it, children? Because total score we can find out by adding marks for correct answers and marks for incorrect answers. Therefore, marks of incorrect answers is equal to total score minus marks for correct answers. Therefore, 30 minus 50 is equal to negative 20. Marks given for one incorrect answer is equal to negative 2. Therefore, number of incorrect answer Radhika attempted is equal to negative 20 divided by negative 2. That is equal to 10 questions. Next, Jay's total score is given as negative 12 and he attempted 4 correct answers also. Therefore, marks for 4 correct answers is equal to 5 into 4, 20. And marks obtained for incorrect answers, how can we find out? Total score minus marks for correct answers. That is equals negative 12 is the total score minus marks for correct answers is equal to 20. Therefore, negative 12 minus 20 is the marks for incorrect answers. That is equals negative 32. Marks given for one incorrect answer is equal to negative 2. Therefore, number of incorrect answers is equal to negative 32 divided by negative 2. That is equal to 16. That is, negative 32 is the marks for incorrect answers. Divided by 1 incorrect answer, mark is equal to negative 2. That is to be divided. You will get the number of incorrect answer is equal to 16. Next, example 7. A shopkeeper earns a profit of rupee 1 by selling 1 pen and incurs a loss of 40 pice per pencil while selling pencils of her old stock. In a particular month, she incurs a loss of rupees 5. In this period, she sold 45 pens. How many pencils did she sell in this period? In the next month, she earns neither profit nor loss. She sold 70 pens. How many pencils did she sell? I hope all of you understood this question. The question is, this is a shopkeeper and by selling a pen, she is getting a profit of rupee 1. And by selling a pencil, she incurs a loss of 40 pice. Because the pencil is old stock, in loss only she is selling the pencil. In a particular month, she incurs loss of rupees 5. Means total earnings is negative 5 only. Therefore, on that month itself, she sold 45 pens. But by selling 45 pens, she might have to get some earnings. But total earnings is negative 5. How will you get the negative 5? Because on that month, she has got some more loss by selling pencils. Therefore, you have to find out how many pencils did she sell in that period. Next question also like that. In the next month, she earns neither profit nor loss. Means total earnings is how much? 0. Neither profit nor loss means 0 rupee as the earnings. On that period or on that month, she sold 70 pens. Okay, you know that if she sells pens, she might have to get some profit. Therefore, 70 pens, how much money she will get as profit? 70 into 1, 70 rupees. And how many pencils? But she has no loss or no earnings on that period. Therefore, we have to find out how many pencils did she sell in that period. Solution. Profit earned by selling 1 pen is equal to rupee 1. Profit earned by selling 45 pens is how much? 45 into 1 is equal to positive 45. Total earnings in that month is given as negative 5. That is, profit earned plus loss incurred is equal to negative 5. From that equation, loss incurs itself how much, children? Total earnings minus profit earned. I think you understood that statement. That is, loss incurred is equal to total earnings minus profit earned. That is equal to negative 5 minus positive 45 is equal to rupees negative 50. That is, in rupee, that we can convert into pice. That is equal to negative 5,000 paise. Therefore, we can find out the number of pencils she sold on that particular month. For that, it is given that loss incurred by selling 1 pencil is equal to negative 40 pice. Therefore, number of pencils sold is equal to total loss is equal to negative 5,000. If you divide with 1 pencil loss, we can find out the number of pencils, isn't it? Total divided by loss of 1 pencil is equal to number of pencils. That is equal to negative 5,000 divided by negative 40 is equal to 125 pencils. On that period, she has sold 125 pencils. I hope all of you understood this one. Okay, we can move to the next question. Next question is, in the next month, there is neither profit nor loss. Means total earnings is 0. Isn't it, children? Total earnings 0 means profit earned plus loss incurred is equal to 0. The profit earned by selling pens and the loss incurred by selling pencils is equal, both are equal. That is, profit earned is equal to negative loss incurred. Now, profit earned by selling 70 pence is equal to 70 into 1 is equal to rupees 70. Profit itself rupees 70, positive rupees 70. Hence, loss incurred by selling pencils must be equal to negative 70 because neither profit nor loss. Therefore, the same amount we have to get as profit and loss. Profit itself positive 70, therefore loss must be negative 70. Negative 70 means negative 7,000 paise. Therefore, total number of pencils sold is equal to negative 7,000 divided by negative 40 is equal to 175 pencils because total loss by selling pencils is equal to negative 7,000. Loss by selling one pencil is negative 40. Therefore, number of pencils, how will you find out? Total loss divided by loss by one pencil. That is negative 7,000 divided by negative 40 is equal to 175 pencils. On that period, she sold 175 pencils. Now, let us do exercise 1.4. Second question. Already we have done question number 1 in your notebook. You can write down this question exercise 1.4 also in your notebook. Second question. Verify that A divided by B plus C is not equal to A divided by B plus A divided by C for each of the following values of A, B and C. The first sub question is, when A is equal to 12, B is equal to negative 4 and C is equal to 2. For verification, we have to do LHS and RHS separately. LHS of this question is A divided by B plus C and RHS is A divided by B plus A divided by C. This question is, we have to verify it as they are not equal because you know that distributive property of division over addition or subtraction is not possible in integers. Therefore, we have to verify it as LHS not equal to RHS. Given A is equal to 12, B equal to negative 4 and C is equal to 2. You just substitute these values in LHS. What you will get? 12 divided by negative 4 plus 2, that is equals 12 divided by negative 2 is equal to negative 6. LHS we got it as negative 6. RHS, we just substitute the value of A, B, C, that is 12 divided by negative 4 plus 12 divided by 2, that is equals negative 3 plus 6 is equal to positive 3. Here LHS not equal to RHS, therefore we can say that A divided by B plus C not equal to A divided by B plus A divided by C. Hence verified. Same way all of you do option 2 in your notebook yourself. Next question number 3. Fill in the blanks. Here some equations are given. You have to fill the blank spaces so that the equation must be equal. 369 divided by dash is equal to 369. You know that when we divide any number by 1, you will get the same answer. Therefore, first one is 369 divided by 1 is equal to 369. Answer is 1. B. Negative 75 divided by dash is equal to negative 1. Here also answer is not positive 1, it is negative 1. Answer is negative. For getting a negative answer, negative integer divided by a positive integer is negative. Therefore, the answer is a positive integer. Therefore, 75 divided by negative 75 divided by positive 75 is equal to negative 1. Third one, negative 206 divided by dash is equal to positive 1. Here answer is a positive 1. Answer is positive 1. Therefore, the same number we have to divide. Then only you will get the answer as positive 1. Negative 206 divided by negative 206 is equal to positive 1. Question D. Negative 87 divided by dash is equal to positive 87. We have to get the answer as positive. Therefore, negative by negative is positive. Therefore, negative 87 divided by negative 1 is equal to positive 87. Question E. Dash divided by 1 is equal to negative 87. Answer is negative 87. Therefore, negative by positive is negative. Therefore, negative 87 divided by 1 is equal to negative 87. F. Dash divided by 48 is equal to negative 1. Here also answer is negative 1. Therefore, we have to divide a number by same number only will get as 1. Here negative 1 is the answer. Therefore, negative 48 divided by positive 48 is equal to negative 1. G. 20 divided by dash is equal to negative 2. 20 divided by 10 is 2. Here we have to get answer as negative 2. Therefore, we have to divide it by negative 10. 20 divided by negative 10 is equal to negative 2. Finally, dash divided by 4 is equal to negative 3. Which number to be divided? That is 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. We have to get the answer as negative. Therefore, negative 12 divided by 4 is equal to negative 3. Next, fourth question. Write 5 pairs of integers a, b such that a divided by b must be equal to negative 3. You can choose any pairs of a and b such that first number divided by second integer must be negative 3. Only one condition. First number divided by second number is equal to negative 3. One such pair is given for you. That is 6 and negative 2, because 6 divided by negative 2 is equal to negative 3. Similarly, you have to find out some more examples. Okay, first two questions we can discuss. We have to write 5 pairs of integers a and b such that a divided by b is equal to negative 3. First one we can write negative 15 and 5. Is it correct, children? When we divide negative 15 by 5, we will get negative 3. Okay, first pair we can write it as negative 15 and 5. Second pair, 18 and minus 6 or negative 6, because 18 divided by negative 6 is negative 3. Okay, that is also a second pair. Similarly, you have to find out 3 more pairs yourself. Okay, all of you write it yourself in your notebook. Next, question number 5. The temperature at 12 noon was 10 degrees Celsius above 0. If it decreases at the rate of 2 degrees Celsius per hour until midnight, at what time would the temperature be 8 degrees Celsius below 0? Next question is, what would be the temperature at midnight? I think all of you understood the question. That is, the temperature at 12 noon, that is a freezing process, required temperature to be reduced 2 degrees Celsius every hour. Therefore, The temperature at 12 noon was 10 degrees Celsius above 0 means positive 12. That is, at 12 noon the temperature was positive 10. Every hour 2 degrees Celsius reducing. The first question is, at what time would the temperature be 8 degrees Celsius below 0? Means at what time the temperature becomes negative 8 degrees Celsius. The second question is, at midnight, 12 midnight, what would be the temperature? From 12 noon to 12 midnight, temperature each hour 2 degrees Celsius reducing. Like that, at 12 midnight, what would be the temperature? Then 12 hours reduction we have to find out. Okay, we can do the answers. First initial temperature was, what was the temperature? 10 degrees Celsius above 0, that is positive 10. And after what time the temperature becomes negative 8, that is 8 degrees Celsius below 0. Therefore, we have to find out how much temperature to be reduced from 10 degrees Celsius, positive 10 degrees Celsius to negative 8. How much degrees Celsius is there? That is positive 10 minus negative 8. That's equal to positive 10 plus 8 is equal to 18 degrees Celsius. Okay, you can imagine the number line. From positive 10 to negative 8, how many divisions are there? Positive 10 to negative 8. Therefore, 10 plus 8, 18 divisions are there. Therefore, 18 degrees Celsius we have to reduce. As the rate of change of decrease in temperature is equal to 2 degrees Celsius. So, therefore, temperature at midnight degrees Celsius is equal to initial temperature was divided by positive 10 is equal to plus 9 negative 24. The is equal freezing to process started minus 12 noon is equal 9 to hours is taken. Therefore, 12 plus 9 temperature equal to 8 degrees Celsius below 0 would I hope all of you understood. At 9 p.m. temperature at midnight becomes negative 8 degrees midnight Celsius. Would be negative 14. The second question is Celsius. What would be the temperature at midnight? 12 noon it started, and at 12 midnight what would be the temperature? How much hours freezing process is going? 12-hour freezing process is going. Change in temperature in 1 hour is negative 2. Okay. Therefore, change in temperature in 12 hours is how much? 12 into negative 2 is equal to negative 24 degrees Celsius. Next question 6. In a class test, positive 3 marks are given for every correct answer and negative 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer, and no marks for not attempting any question. First one, Radhika scored 20 marks. If she has got 12 correct answers, how many questions has she attempted incorrectly? Second question, Mohini scored negative 5 marks in the test though she has got 7 correct answers. How many questions has she attempted incorrectly? In this question, here total score by Radhika and Mohini is given and number of correct answers also given. We have to find out number of incorrect answers. We know that total score, how we are getting? Total score we are getting by adding correct marks and incorrect marks, or correct marks for correct answers and marks for incorrect answers. While we are adding together, you will get the total score. Okay, let us find out the answers. Positive 3 marks are given for every correct answer and negative 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer in a test. Total marks scored by this Radhika is equal to 20. But she has attempted 12 correct answers. You know that 12 correct answers itself, she must get 12 into positive 3 is equal to positive 36. But here total score is positive 20 only. Therefore, the remaining marks she lost by making some incorrect answers. Therefore, we have to find out the marks scored for incorrect answers is equal to 20 minus 36 is equal to negative 16. Marks for one incorrect answer is negative 2. Therefore, number of questions which were attempted incorrectly is equal to total marks scored by incorrect answers divided by marks for one incorrect answer. That is negative 16 divided by negative 2 is equal to 8. Therefore, she attempted 8 questions incorrectly. Second question, marks scored by Mohini. Marks scored by Mohini for 7 correct answers is equal to 7 into positive 3 is equal to positive 21 marks. But her total score only negative 5. Therefore, we can find out the marks obtained for incorrect answers is equal to total minus marks for correct. That is negative 5 minus 21 is equal to negative 26. Therefore, number of incorrect answers is equal to negative 26 divided by negative 2 because negative 26 marks she got for incorrect answers and marks for one incorrect answer is negative 2. By dividing these two you will get 13. Therefore, we can see that Mohini attempted 13 questions incorrectly. This question number 7. An elevator descends into a mine shaft at the rate of 6 meter per minute. If the descent starts from 10 meter above the ground level, how long will it take to reach negative 350 meter? Solution. Descent starts from 10 meter above the ground level. 10 meter above the ground level. You can imagine the number line, the vertical number line. Therefore, descent starts from 10 meter above ground level. Descent has to move below the ground level is 350 meter. Therefore, below 0, 350 meter, it has to descend. Therefore, above 0, 10 meter, below 0, 350 meter. Easily we can find out the distance between these two levels. That is 10 plus 350. That is 360 meter it has to descend. All of you understood? Because first position was positive 10. The final position has to be negative 350. Therefore, the distance between these two is 10 minus 350 is equal to 360 meter. Okay. As the elevator descends into the mine shaft at the rate of 6 meter per minute, 1 minute it is descending 6 meter. Therefore, time taken to reach the mine shaft till 350 meter, that is the distance between 10 degrees Celsius above 0 and 350 meter below 0 is equal to 360 meter. Therefore, the total time taken is equal to 360 divided by 6 is equal to 60 minutes. 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. Okay. Now, we have completed this exercise 1.4. Now, let us check your marks for the first test. Now, the time for checking your test paper marks. For that, all of you correct your answers by checking this one, tick or into marks. Now, all ticks you add, then that is the correct answers. Number of correct answers into positive 5, that is positive marks, and number of incorrect answers you count and multiply by negative 2, that is the marks for incorrect answers. Then total score is equal to sum of these two. Multiply the number of correct answer into positive 5 and number of incorrect answers with negative 2, and these two while you are adding you will get your total score. Hope all of you have calculated your total score by adding marks for correct answers and marks for incorrect answers. You can mail me your total score. And tomorrow we can do one worksheet based on this chapter. Thank you.